What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I'm going to do a little breakdown on my track Para Siempre. Quite a few people have been playing this track over the last few months, and yeah, I got a few messages asking me to do a breakdown. So this release came out on a label from London called Stay Restless. It came out I think last summer, so 2024 June or July. So it's fairly fresh. So I only made it like a few months before that, so yeah, it's new enough. A lot of the tracks I break down on this channel are older tracks, so this one's relatively new. And yeah, I'm gonna just give you a little listen to good parts of the track, most of it, all the important bits, and then I'll break it down bit by bit, starting with the drums. So I'll just shut up now and I'll let the track play, and then we'll jump straight into it. that's all the important bits of the track. So I'm going to start with the drums. Drums are fairly simple. So basically I used let me see. Yeah, so I got a breakbeat loop, and then I basically just layered some of the sounds on the breakbeat loop. So I removed some of the transients with this little arrow here. So I've shown I do this with a lot of my loops. So this is how the loop sounds as normal, which is just a little bit messy. So when I remove some of the transients, it tidies up a little bit. It's not as muddy. So I added that breakbeat loop, then I added a tambourine which I sampled from an Uncle Louie record, and I kind of used that in a lot of my tracks. It's just one little snippet of a tambourine, but anytime I throw it over a track, it just gives it a lot more swing. So you can hear it without and with it. For me, it just sounds better. Then I added some hi-hats, some closed hats, then I added a clap, keeping it simple, and then I added a hi-hat loop as well. So all together it's like this. Sounds quite busy, but it's very simple. Then yeah, we'll move on to the bass. So then we just have a crash. I reverse the crash here, and yeah. Now this is where the bass comes in. Now I think I used a similar bass to my track on Luke Van Dyke's label. It's a Predator preset. It's not even a bass preset, but I just got down some of the octaves, and I think it sounds very cool. So this track is kind of has a 90's vibe, but it's also a little bit progressive and euphoric. So yeah, I'll show you how I made all the synths. It has like 9 synths in it. So a lot of the focus on the track was on the synthesis more than the drums and stuff like that, and the bass, because the bass is fairly simple too. But so yeah, let me just play this, and you can hear the bass with the kick. Very simple progressive style bass. So yeah, inside the synth, yeah, so this is the preset as normal. So but when you go down an octave or two, sounds pretty cool, and it has an arpeggiator on it, but I think it's only hitting one note, but it still has a little bit of bounce. There's some delay on it, a little touch, yeah, just a little bit of touch of mono delay. Then we have our bass from Waves, just pushing them subs a little bit, because without that it was way too thin. So I'm just going to turn our bass off just to let you not see the difference. There's not much, like around 50-60 hertz, and when I add that, it just adds a way more power. Big difference. And usually I wouldn't push our bass that much. You only kind of need a touch of it, but in this case I needed a lot, because it just wasn't banging the way I wanted it. So you can see the difference here. So off, on, and then we have a side chain with kickstart from Nicky Romero. Definitely recommend getting that plug in if you haven't got it. And there's a compressor on it as well, so I don't even remember putting that on, but let me just see what it's doing. It's not doing much, but you can hear a difference, just a little bit of flavour from that compressor. So yeah, that's the kick and the bass and the drums. Then we have that vocal, which you kind of hear quite a bit. I've heard Manipulate You, and I got it in one of the best service packs. So yeah, we just threw that on with some echo, and then we have this pad coming up. So this is from Predator, just a bit of EQ on that. I'm gonna, nothing fancy. Yeah, it's just fairly simple preset. I don't think I changed much, probably just to cut off on the filter. I'm trying to see, where's the track now? 7 semitones. Yeah, so one of the oscillators is kind of pitched 7 semitones, so you can hear the chord. So I just bring that in slowly. I think I use a filter or the volume, probably the volume on this. Yeah, so you can just see the automation there. So just bring that up with the vocal just before the kind of organ chord comes in. Then we have this effect from Modular Arturia. So yeah, that's Modular again from Arturia. It's something I use quite a bit. Then we have this 5th chord, but we added another key to it. So we're up 7 semitones. I don't think that even is the 5th chord. Look, because I think I just started with that and then I changed it. Let me just check, because it should be 5 semitones. No, it's not. 7 semitones. Yeah, but it's only 7 semitones. So then I added another key, which was 12 semitones. So basically that's just up 1 octave from the root note. And then yeah, we just have this waves plugin, which is something I use. This is a preset, organ preset that I made years ago, but it just sounds nice the way I had it, so I just saved it and I use it all the time. Yeah, nothing, fairly simple. We have the gate compressor and a little bit of delay, which the gate compressor makes a big difference. Let me just show you. Not in this case, but usually it does. So yeah, we bring the vocal back in with another vocal. It's from the same pack, but we're just kind of bringing it in with a low pass filter and a little bit of an LFO, so you can kind of hear that coming in and sounds a little bit more interesting, keeps the track moving a little bit. You can hear it's like feel it, but the LFO is just kind of changing. I think should have, maybe it's under the echo. No, there's not really much with the LFO there, but I did have it when I was making the track and it kind of sounded good, but I think when I exported it, it wasn't the way I wanted, so I decided to just leave it. So we have the stabs from the Spaced Out classic stabs pack. So if you want them, you can get that in part of our bundle. I think there's 50 stabs in there. It's stab number 2. And then we have this Fosoyan. I don't know how to pronounce that, to be honest, but it's that acid plugin. And yeah, I didn't use the sequencer on it. I just used an external sequencer. So that comes in. And then we start bringing the same pad again for Predator that we had before the organ came back in. So here it is all together. To Then we have another pad from Predator, just to layer on top of the first one, just to make it a little bit more dreamy. So we have another little breakdown here, and then another synth comes in, but it kind of keeps the tension. I don't drop everything out because it's coming into the main drop then, so it's like a breakdown, but we keep the tension. It drops back in and then into the main breakdown. So you'll have a listen now. Just change the kick pattern just to change it up a little bit. Basically, it sounds so repetitive, but it sounds nice. Delay automation here. So this is like a preset I always use in Go 2 by Rob Pappin, and it's just like a sequenced kind of arpeggiator. So you'll see it now. So I'm hitting one note, but on the last note I hold it a little bit longer, and you'll see how it's working on that arpeggiator now. Look. With some rejugs from Ableton stock, and yeah, that's just to give it a little bit of analog warmth to it. I think it sounded a little bit too digital alone, so I added that. Not too much, just a touch, just to give it a little bit of crisp. Now we're into the main drop, so I just used a little bit of delay here just to fade that off, and then the organ comes back in, and we have a filter just building it back up, so it doesn't all just come in straight away. It's kind of, it leads into the drop with the snare build nice. So let me just, you'll see the automation head up. We have that reverse crash coming in just to let the listener know there's a change coming. We just have a basic snare build, and I'm opening it with a filter and some reverb on that. We have a filter on our drum channel as well. So basically this scene here is just a duplicate of this, more or less. Yeah, so basically I was just jamming in live view, and I had a few sounds that sounded good. Then I would stop them. I just jam with the kick and the bass and the drums again, and then I added this synth. And then yeah, it was just arranging. The arrangement actually took me quite a while to get it right. But yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out in the end. So that's it. I'll give you a little listen to the drop one more time. So yeah, we'll leave it there, gang. If there's anything you would like me to do in the future, leave a comment and let me know what you recommend. And also, if you want to get the free pack, the link's in the description. And if you want to buy the pack, which we've added quite a few new samples to, you can get that in the link in the description too. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, it'll help me a lot and I can keep making these videos.